Hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Paul. So this week I'm going to see me doing a couple of watercolor landscapes. This is just something to watch in the background while I ramble on. I'm not talking specifically about these paintings. There'll be two paintings, and then towards the end of the video I'll show you scans of the final paintings. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of art related YouTube videos, sometimes about the history of art, which fascinates me. Sometimes I love watching other artists make art. And also sometimes, not so much, but sometimes I'll watch videos about the business side of trying to be an artist, different ideas for monetizing art, that type of thing. One of the videos I watched this week had a title that was, let's use the word interesting. And I'm being diplomatic. I'm not going to say who made the video or whatever, but the title of the video was something like The Right Way to Improve Your Art. I say this was an interesting title because it makes all kinds of assumptions. It assumes, first of all, that all of us have the same goals in art, that we are all trying to produce the same type of art, we're all trying to go in the same direction, which of course is completely wrong. It also kind of assumes that we're all at the same sort of level. We all have the same sort of problems or obstacles to get across. And therefore, they're presenting the right way to improve your art. The one way that's going to help all of us improve our art. Without any sort of modifiers in there, a way to improve art for some people or something. It doesn't sound as catchy, I guess, as a title, but it would be more accurate. The thing is, we all have different goals. We all have different ideas about art. We all like different types of art. We're all at different levels. And therefore, the idea that there is the right way, one way to solve all of our problems is, well, it's just not true. It's not very accurate. However, imagine that you're in a position where you're making art. You've been doing it for a day, 100 days, 10 years, whatever it is, but you're feeling a bit stuck. You're not entirely happy with your art. Maybe you don't hate it, but you're looking for something different, a way to improve your art, to advance it, to move it on to the next level, whatever that might mean for you. It's another thing about that title. The word improve can mean different things to different people. So is there something that you can do, not the right way, but some way that might be useful to many of us to help advance our art? I think there is. It's something that, it's not just a random idea, it's something that I tried and worked for me, so it's something I want to share with other people. And it's the idea of creating some sort of direction for your art. So when I got started with watercolor, it was just, I didn't have any direction. I wasn't trying to create any kind or style of art. It was just, here's some watercolor, let's see what I can do. And of course the results weren't very good. Are there any artists that you like? Or is there any particular art style that you like? Something that you can aim towards. It gives you a direction to travel in. And that in turn gives you some sort of foundation to build your art on. A lot of people get caught up in YouTube with these sort of beginner-friendly tutorials or 5 tips that will make you a better artist, that type of thing. Again, that's just sort of very general advice that may or may not be useful to you depending on the type of art that you want to make, depending on what your level is, what your strengths and weaknesses are. If you can get yourself some sort of direction to travel in, something to aim for, and if you're realistic about your own strengths and weaknesses at this moment in time and what you're trying to do, I think that can help you, it can give you some momentum again in your art. But as I say, you do have to be realistic. So, for example, one of my favorite watercolor artists was John Singer Sargent. Now, he wasn't just a watercolorist. He used oil paints and other things, but he did do quite a few watercolors. His watercolors, I think, are amazing. They look very simple. They look as though they're very uncomplicated. But actually, there's a massive amount of talent behind those simple images. So you've got to be realistic. Just because you give yourself a direction, I would like to create art in this style or like this artist, that doesn't mean that you're going to start today or tomorrow producing art that looks like their art. They might have been doing it for many years. So you've got to be realistic, but it does give you this direction. It gives you something to aim for, and it's a bit more solid than just here are 5 random tips that may or may not help you to improve your art. Anyway, as I say, it's something that worked for me, so I wanted to share it. It may or may not work for you. I don't know. There's no promises, there are no guarantees, but it's something maybe you could try. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching and listening, and hopefully see you again in next week's video.